Welcome, son. I'm happy you are here, ready to record. We're going to read the accomplishments from Monday, the 14th of September. These are the things that I accomplished. Could you please read them?
Accomplished. L.
Left message for probation officer.
Taught boys to buy gasoline and check the oil on lawnmower. Cut
Grass for a friend.
Walked
Dog.
And
Did dishes.
Read to boys.
Hang on. Brother in Christ there. I could hear it.
What?
I could hear the music.
Was it on?
It was real loud, yeah.
Wow.
Yes, thank you. Walked the dog, did the dishes.
Oh, my ear, that's why.
Oh, okay. Fed 2 boys. Walked the dog, did
Read
dishes.
to boys, they served
Fed,
themselves.
not read, fed.
What?
Fed 2 boys.
No, I was talking about. Oh!
Fed.
Fed
Feeding.
2 boys. They served themselves and washed their own dishes. Happy face.
Why is it important for children to wash their own dishes?
So that they learn to be co-independent, I think it is.
Not codependent, capable, independent. Got my brother in Christ
to
walk at the boxing park with the water and the alligators.
Got some wheels and
More goodies.
Oh.
A suitcase, a desk. All right, the suitcase, it's so heavy that I keep my needle in there. It's too heavy to put anything heavy in it, so I just put a needle.
I painted.
Wood. All right, let's see here. Page 2.
Okay.
I sewed my pillow. I put socket wrenches into a bucket and labeled it.
I put a cover sheet
on the queen-sized bed
in
the garage.
I
put a covering sheet on my own twin-sized bed. This is a twin right here. Which is really, it should be called a single. They should just change the name. It's a single bed for one person. Let's see, what else do we have?
That is too small.
All right. In the Watchtower study, page 6 from Sunday.
Don't you need page 1?
No, we read that and made a video of it.
Oh, these are not.
These are the tips that the old man that was talked about. He said,
one day?
Yes, all of these pages, like 13 pages, 14 pages. Read it.
Stand up.
Stand up straight
and lift up your heads. Even the
clergy abandons God sometimes. What is a clergy?
No idea.
The people the preacher, the pastor, those are clergy. So stand up straight. This is like tips. Walk around, stand up straight. Don't be hunched over. And your God created you. So stand up straight.
Walk by faith, not by sight.
What does that mean?
It means to be with faith and not just like...
Right.
What does it mean?
It means, do you have $1,000 to pay the mortgage for this month?
No.
Mortgage, light bill, water bill, gasoline, and so on? No, but have faith that the money will come in. Your mother's working and God is providing. All right? It's like, have faith. Oh, I don't know how to do percentages. Do you know?
Sometimes. Like, kind of.
50% of 100 is how much?
50% of 100 is 50%.
$50. Yeah, 100 of $100. Yeah. You don't need a gold calf. Okay, that's the old man. You said, if you read Daniel, the book of Daniel, chapter 6, verses 10 and 11, Daniel continued his routine 3 times a day. What was his routine?
To pray.
To pray to God. Page 7. No, don't hurt her. Page 7. The way you treat others is the way you treat Jesus. Did it for little ones, you did it for me. Do you know that verse?
No.
Jesus said, whatever you did for the tiniest children, you did it for me. Now you get it?
Yes.
Alright, so you are supposed to be a shepherd. There are goats. The goats go to the left. The sheep goes to the right hand. The goats will be cut off and they will cry. They will be in grief. But if you are a sheep and you follow the shepherd, which is Jesus, then you will have everlasting life and you will have joy. Alright? That's what they say. Now some people could say, oh, all religions promise you some candy.
That is true.
That's true. I mean, why would you follow a religion that is not helpful? Alright, and then the last thing is to endure until the end. Until the end.
What is that?
Till.
Oh.
Until the end. Be spiritually clean. Your lifestyle must reflect God in your life. So if you're going to serve God, don't you have to serve His sheep?
Yep.
So who did the dishes tonight?
You.
That's one way I serve the people that surround me. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the top dog. Let's say that the top dog tells everybody what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am the servant. Jesus said.
That camera even pointing to your face?
I'm in it.
Like half your face? Or?
I'm in it. Remember the disciples were arguing and then Jesus was walking ahead of them and He stopped and He said, what are all of you arguing back there? What were you arguing about? And then nobody wanted to say anything because finally someone must have said something. I'll have to read it. I don't know. They said, we were arguing about which is the greatest next to you. And Jesus said, if you want to be the greatest, you have to be the servant of the most of them. And there are different types of servants. There's a servant that can fly an airplane. There's a servant that can fix a toilet. There's a servant that can cook.
Now, you know what would be hilarious?
Mm-hmm.
If he said that and right after that word, like a second after, they'd all be cleaning each other's shoes and they'd all be working and working and working.
They all need to serve each other.
But then they'd say, no, I don't have to, no, you don't do it my shoes, I'll do your shoes. No. And then they start arguing again.
Right. Well, what happens is, one time I read a story about a person. He was like a monk. He was a monk. And he told God, who is more humble than I am? And then God answered him, there is a nun at that monastery over there, or that nunnery over there, convent. Go over there and see her.
Wait, who did he ask?
He asked God, come in.
Jesus asked God or what?
No, a monk.
Oh yeah.
I was reading so much for the clothes. Thank you for the clothes. So, in the story, this man went to the convent and he told Mother Superior, I spoke with God, and in a prayer he told me that there's a nun here that is more holy than I am, more humble than I am. Please, may I see her? So they lined up 200 nuns. And he looked at their faces. And then he said to the nun, to the Mother Superior, she's not here. And then Mother Superior said, she's washing the dishes. Go get her. She wasn't washing the dishes. She was in the kitchen hiding. What happened was the nun also knew that he was going to come over. You see? It's like somebody said, if you're thinking about getting divorced and you're the man, you're the husband, well, chances are your wife is thinking about getting divorced too. You know, it's like we can sort of read each other's thoughts.
Yeah, but that's different because you're like next roommates to each other. They're like a mile apart.
Well, yeah, but
they date the first time to see each other.
Right, and she knew.
Now it's
very late, right?
Yeah.
So hang up my clothes for me, son. Come on, man. You look at all these shirts. There are like 2 shirts here.
That's so many.
You don't want to? Not even one? Gucci, what is the moral of the story here? Huh?
So you could just said that story so that I didn't get the clothes.
You could start with that.
Start.
Yeah. You don't have to clean my shoes. I love you, son.
Night.
Good night, son. Be better than I am.
Okay.
Thank you for being a good centurion and feeding the sheep that God sends to us. Okay? All those kids that God sends to us.
See tomorrow in the morning at like 7.
Or earlier.
Or earlier.
Because I wanna do things, you know?
Yeah.
See you in the morning.
See ya.
Say good night.
Night, Gary.
Thank you, son. God bless you and those that surround you. Go do a good deed. The nun in the story she was hiding, but she used to eat. She wouldn't serve her own food. She would serve everyone, right, in the kitchen, and then she would eat the leftovers of the other 200 nuns. That is humble. With the germs and things like that, most of us today would not do it. We wouldn't want to do it. It's a book probably at LibriVox.org. There are many books there. There are stories about the saints. God bless you and those that surround you. See you next time.